Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and unfortunately you have just watched the demise of Shark Reef. So if you haven't followed this too closely, before all of this, the zoo had essentially a giant shark lagoon, and to make way for some new animals that we've been getting via the TMTK workshop, I wanted to add a tiger exhibit over here. But the buildings that I had here before, if you look back in past episodes, it was like just old blueprints. One was like a pirate building, the other one was a Dutch trading post, and just some really as far as the storytelling goes, it did not offer much as far as this being the tiger exhibit over here. So what we needed to do was we needed to think, East Asia, Thailand, Nepal, all of that. This whole little section here had to be essentially rethemed. We needed to make this halfway believable with the tigers over here on this section. So that's kind of what I've tried. I know this is a horrible mismatch of all types of East Asian culture, but I still think in the end, like once we zoom around on the real-time build and you guys get a sense of this whole area that kind of sits perched over the tiger enclosure, I think you'll kind of get the sense of the story around here. One thing about this is we did not go massive marketplace like we have on the Cairo marketplace, which is on the other side of this area, or the same as like the jungle type of market, Morocco type place either. This is really just sort of standalone facades for the tiger area, and I think they came out really, really cool. I took a lot of inspiration, really kind of looking at a lot of the buildings in the Everest Expedition Everest in Animal Kingdom, and I was just looking at those buildings and what Joe Rohde and those Imagineers were able to do, and really, even in Planet Coaster, it is hard. I've always said it's been hard to get that really old, grungy type look, just make the buildings look like they've been there forever. And so I tried to do that a little bit with the mixing up of the rock work and the coloring and the facades. And as far as the base of the building goes, using lots of wood. Wood really helps convey age in Planet Coaster really well. And yeah, so this was just a big, East Asian, Tibetan, like I said, Thailand, just type of big experiment over here to just make the surrounding tiger area just look a little more believable. So really, this kind of let me take a little bit of break from the Cairo area as well, which I'll still show you a little bit in the real time. I haven't come up with any rides or anything over there yet, or a lot of people, like a lot of you guys were commenting saying the tiger area needs a ride. Well, I just don't know if I have the space right here for a ride, even being a flat ride. So I don't know, we might just have to hold off, and the tiger little gift shop area right here may just essentially stay just a gift shop, quick service type area that sits above the tiger enclosure. Now, as far as the Cairo section goes, yeah, we probably do. That is big enough over there where we need to be thinking about a ride. But I also want to look at adding a rhinoceros enclosure, because just yesterday, before recording this, Dead-Eye Duck sent me a message and said, hey, look, I've got a grazing rhino that is almost ready to go. And so then as soon as he showed me that, I was like, I think that would be a really cool spot for maybe put it over here in Cairo. I don't know if that's very factual as far as them being that far up in like North Africa, but I think over there needs a good animal enclosure, because we don't want to just go, like you guys said, and just kind of filling everything up with rides now, because we need to remember this is really the whole point of this project is to be animal focused. Like from the moment we started it and only had, the hippos and the crocodiles, it's always been about the animals. But I do definitely understand the need for rides, and you know, just kind of feeding off the whole Busch Gardens Tampa vibe. It's kind of like, to me, what we're trying to do here is just a big mixture of Animal Kingdom and Busch Gardens Tampa. And that is kind of the avenue I'm going. It's just, it lends itself to my style really good, with just the mixing and mashing of all of these themes, and the different wall pieces and roof pieces, and the wood. It's just like, it's like I said, if you mashed Animal Kingdom and Busch Gardens Tampa together, I think you would have something that kind of resembles this. And, you know, honestly, I know some people have commented and said, is Safari Park the most original thing you can come up with? Well, I mean, you got to remember, this started out as just an experiment, and Safari Park does really, really well as far as SEO goes and exposure. So we don't really have a name for the park yet. Right now, it's still, yes, it is essentially Safari Park. So I don't know if we'll come up with a name for it one day. Like I said, it was all started as an experiment of a Planet Coaster Safari, or a Planet Safari want. And yeah, that's what it all started as. So I don't know if we'll have like a cool name for it or anything, but for right now, you guys, sure enough, you keep coming back for it. So I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So for right now, Safari Park works pretty well, or Planet Safari Park, whichever one of those iterations you want to call it. Yeah, like I said, that is it's working right now. So we'll just we'll keep running with that. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump on out of here, and I will show you the East Asian area with the feature enclosure of the tigers. And yeah, we'll just get a little better look, and we'll give you a little update on the Egyptian area as well, and maybe talk about some plans over on the other side of this hill. So yeah, hold on one sec. All right, guys, here is essentially the area that sits. This is what the tiger area encompasses. So we've got this little market here. Really, really happy with how it turned out, especially like kind of like the more intense foliage up at the top of the you know, the top of the buildings here. Really brought in a lot of, you know, tropical type bushes. And I think it came together pretty well. And you know, we've got this, none of this right now is usable. It's all facades, but I thought it was cool looking around on a lot of Google. You know, found this really cool old rusty Coca-Cola sign that I was kind of able to incorporate in that little building. And so yeah, it's not a huge area, but it really just you know, it just really, I think it helps tell this East Asia tiger story over here. I've got like a little bit of a restaurant started over here, right here on the corner, and there actually is a restaurant inside there. I didn't do the interior or anything, but I've started on that. Still have some work left to do on the roof, but yeah, I think with all of this, the way it looks now, it just looks 10 times better than the little pirate buildings and you know, essentially what I had over here before. And another thing, as far as your guys' feedback goes, you talking about the tigers needed a lot more foliage and trees in here, so I've started that as well. So yeah, see, they've kind of got, I've made it, give them a lot more shade, a lot more like little hiding spots, but I still tried to make it, oh, I gotta hide that little waterfall piece. I still made it to where the guests, you know, still have pretty good views of them, and we still need to get in here, I think, like I said, and maybe try to come up with with some kind of glass enclosure piece, so the guests can actually go down on that level and look at the tigers. And then, of course, like I've been saying, we need to get some kind of backstage, you know, maintenance area over there where the you know, where the workers can get in and out, and zoologists and all that stuff. So yeah, this is the new and improved tiger area, and I think it looks a lot better than how we had it set up before. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think down below. This pen over here, still empty. I don't know, maybe we can try to maybe figure out some kind of other East Asian type of animal. Too bad we don't have like, maybe like a, I don't know, are Komodo dragons or something maybe? Kind of, are they found like in Thailand and East, you know, Eastern Asia? I don't know. That'd be pretty neat to maybe have some kind of giant, some giant reptile over here or something like that. But yeah, like I said, Misread Nebula, Deadeye, they're really going full steam ahead on animals. Misread Nebula, I think what'll definitely help us out over in our safari area is she is working on not necessarily horses that'll help us out, but she is working on essentially hooved animals. So the antelopes and all of that stuff that we kind of need out here on the plains, she is really working hard towards that. And Deadeye, like I said, he just got us the rhinoceros here, not maybe yesterday evening. As a matter of fact, if I can pull up the toolkit rather quickly, I don't know how long this will take. Of course, you know, when we get ready to do the final cinematics on this, we'll set the drafts and stuff up on their on triggers and timers, so they're not like you know, like they're bopping here to the same beat. But like I said, let's see if we can get this rhino up here. Yeah, here we go. Ah. Rhino butt. Somebody told me every time they think of rhinos now, they think of Ace Ventura Pet Detective 2. He's coming out of the rhino. But yeah, here we go. And I think that is excellent. I can definitely come up with some kind of neat enclosure for the rhinos. Really, really cool design on that. Awesome, awesome work, Deadeye. I appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, so, you know, there's lots of little things like that going on, little nitpicky things. You know, some people have said the water area is a little too large than what the elephants would have, but I think it just kind of helps with the barrier and like the story as far as the, you know, protecting from them from getting out, or, you know, people from you know, essentially getting hurt by them. So we still got to finish out the fence over here. But yeah, the elephant enclosure, I think it come out really, really well. But yeah, let me go take you over here and show you some of the African, or the Cairo area that I've kind of been messing with. And yeah, so I haven't really decorated a lot of the facades up here at the top of the this like top shopping center, but that'll be something, you know, I'll get to probably later on this weekend. Start getting some windows and just some more decorations. And down here towards the end, I don't really ever know what happened to him, but Mufu T used to be really big in the blueprint community. I brought in his obelisk and his Egyptian gate to kind of help tie off the market section of Cairo over here. And I thought those looked really, really well, kind of overlooking this square here and the splash pad. Well, I went ahead and did, like a lot of you guys said, totally closed up what am I trying to say here? I know you guys are going to kill me if I don't get this right. The aviary. Yes, the aviary. So it's not Avery, like I was trying to redneck hillbilly it up, Avery. It's the aviary. And now we've got this one gate that you just kind of, you go through and you can make your way through the aviary like that, and then exit out that side. So I think you guys are right. That looks a little better than just having that kind of like open door right there. So yeah, we'll just kind of roll with it. I've still got some ideas and some plans over here for Cairo. So a lot of interesting stuff going on. Like I said, I kind of was wanting to maybe get that rhino enclosure kind of in over here to kind of bring people over towards the Cairo area. And then of course we need to be thinking about a ride over here, because this kind of, just like the I'll zoom you over there real quick, just like the more jungle market area, with the Cairo area kind of being so large, yeah, we need to and we need to get it a ride, because remember, if you take a right, hang a right down from Mwanga's, then you have like our little expedition kind of, you know, jungle artifact expedition ride with the little Wendigo here, and it's just like a little, you know, like a little family coaster. Nothing too intense, but as far as the Cairo section goes, this is a little bit more of the grown-up side of the park. So we need to get some kind of coaster, something over here that packs a little more punch. And then, of course, we talked about bringing, knocking off the train, bringing it over this way, and need to work on the exit of the East Asian area, entrance of the Cairo area over here. It's kind of separated, you know, essentially separated by the tunnel. The only part right here that kind of breaks up the story a little bit is you can see the back part of this building, which is essentially the Egyptian facade. So I don't know what I'm going to do to kind of hide that a little more up there, because, you know, from the Egyptian side, it looks, you know, it looks fine. But as far as breaking the immersion over here being in the East Asian side, you know, it doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. Maybe we might leave it, might figure something out with it. But yeah, guys, so that is what I am up to right now. Trying to take care of my tigers. Got to get that. There's a little gap right there. I got to fix that gap so they don't go underneath there. But yeah, so just let me know, like always, what you guys think. And like I always say, your guys' thoughts and feedback always dictate what ends up happening next as far as the animal enclosure goes. If I think I can make it happen, or I haven't spent like 8 hours on something that, you know, that I just don't think I can rework it, I definitely listen and try to come up with and try to use your all solutions. So big, this time particular, big shout out to Wolf Tenor, was one of the first ones. He's my buddy that said you need to try to come up with an East Asian type of facade over there. The little Dutch trading post and all that just doesn't look right anymore now that the sharks are gone, and especially the pirate building. So yeah, that is what I worked on towards the middle end of this week. So I think we are rolling on pretty good. And your next big thing I think we definitely need to look out for is starting the rhino enclosure, and just, you know, essentially getting us some sort of ride over here to cap off the Egyptian Cairo area. So anyways, guys, I'm Sdanwolf. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. Don't let me forget, I have got the Beyond Drew TV and HPK video. I recorded them, an awesome recording. We had an absolute blast speculating with Frontier stuff and just all of what Planet Coaster has in the future. And we had such a fun time. We're thinking about even maybe starting like a once a month podcast with those guys, just talking all things gaming, and, you know, with a heavy focus on Planet Coaster and Frontier and all that. And so yeah, just let me know your thoughts on that when Drew gets that out and those guys get over there. And yeah, so just like I said, give me a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying this clip. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.